Invisible cages. Racism is not a strange concept. It doesn't just exist in the pages of history books where people talk about slavery or Jim Crow racism. It still creeps into everyday life in more sophisticated forms, more difficult to identify but no less cruel. Elijah had lived his whole life in those invisible cages. A cage made up of prying eyes, whispers behind his back, opportunities stolen just because of the color of his skin. He can't remember how many times he was stopped just because the police thought he was suspicious, even though he did nothing but walk down the familiar street. He also couldn't count how many jobs he had been rejected, even though his resume was good enough, just because of a glance at the photo in the application. Discrimination is not always blatantly exposed. Sometimes it's in the way people squeeze their bags as they walk by, in the way the doors of opportunity always close in front of him with a polite smile. It exists in every seemingly harmless sentence. "Oh, you're more educated than I thought." "Colored skin, but too good." Those words are not praise. They are velvet-covered knives, sharp and cold. The price of a skin color. No one chooses the color of their skin at birth, but skin color can determine a person's life. In poor neighborhoods where most residents are people of color, schools are underfunded, jobs are scarce, and the opportunity to rise up is just a distant dream. Children like Elijah grow up with a harsh truth. They have to work twice as hard just to be treated like everyone else. They are not allowed to make mistakes because even a small mistake can cause them to lose everything. A white boy makes a mistake, which is called bubbly youth. But if Elijah makes a mistake, it will be nature. Elijah remembers his childhood friend, Marcus. The two used to play basketball together, dreaming of a bright future. But Marcus never had that chance. One evening, while on his way home, he was shot down by police on suspicion of suspicious behavior. Marcus was not carrying a weapon. Marcus only had a bag of candy in his hand, but it doesn't matter. The only thing that caused him to lose his life was the color of his skin. Where are we going? Has Elijah ever wondered, when will this world change? Or will there always be children who have their hands pulled back and whisper, "Don't come near that person"? Will he be able to walk into a cafe one day without receiving a suspicious look? Will people like him one day be recognized by talent and character, not by skin pigmentation? Because after all, people are not born to hate each other. They learn that. And if hatred can be learned, love can also be learned. But the question is the world ready for change? Based on this story, create a prompt for me to create an image.